Okay, so, I decided to do a review since this story arc just finished yesterday, as of this recording. I want to do a review of the Tom King Batman story, I Am Bane. Now, you're probably wondering, why haven't I done a review to I Am Gotham and everything else leading up to this? Well, I kind of started reading the comics a little late in the game of Rebirth, and this is going to be actually, I think, my first time reviewing a comic from Rebirth outside of the DC Rebirth one-shot. Um, but yeah, the whole thing with this is that I will give my quick thoughts on the other story arcs leading up to this. I Am Gotham, really good. Night of the Monster Men, I do love the idea of seeing giant monsters in the fighting the Batman family. And I Am Suicide, meh. It's not terrible. But it's not the strongest of these story arcs. I will say, however, that I Am Bane definitely makes up for it because, not since Nightfall has Bane been terrifying. And not to say that's a bad thing. There's been some really cool stories outside of Nightfall involving Bane. Obviously, with Gail Simone's Secret Six. There's also been some stuff Chuck Dixon has done, which I'm glad to hear that Chuck Dixon is going to be doing a series based around Bane, the character that he created. So I was really happy about that. The other thing, there's something else. I lost my train of thought, but yeah. Yeah, there have been really good stories with Bane in them, but this is the first time since Nightfall he's been terrifying. Yeah. So the story is that after Batman has whisked away with Psycho Pirate to save Gotham Girl and, mentally heal her, he knows that Bane's coming for him because Bane was using Psycho Pirate to make him feel something without the need of the Venom drug. So he knows that he just did something really. Batman knows that Bane is coming for him to get Psycho Pirate back, and he's gonna kill everyone. So Batman gathers together all of the members of the Batman family, including Jason, Damian, and Dick, and the new character Duke. And by the way, Rebirth has been going really good, but can I just say, what the fuck, DC? Why did you get rid of it? Why did you kill Tim Drake? It's kind of like up in the air. Is he dead? It's a weird thing, but really? My boy Tim Drake? Really? Come on. Anyway, so where was I going with this? Yes. So they meet, literally, all the members of the Batman family, Dick, Jason, Damian, and Duke meet with Bruce at this place called Batburger, and they're having this serious discussion in the middle of a McDonald's parody, and it's hysterical. I love it. Oh, man. That's what I really like about Tom King, is that he can do really good. This is what I've been loving about Tom King's stuff, especially in Batman. He can do really goofy shit, but at the same time make it serious. And you can kind of see the joke in all of the surrounding areas. They're talking about, oh yeah, Bane's coming, and he is going to wreck our shit sideways. But in the middle of all this, they're eating cheeseburgers, and Bruce is saying this while he's cutting a burger like a steak. It's hysterical. But yeah, the situation is still there, You can still feel the tension of, oh yeah, Bane's coming to beat the piss out of all of us. And beat the piss out of them he does. At the end of the first issue of the story arc, Dick, Jason, and Damian are all hung in the Batcave by the neck, in the Batcave with the words I Am Bane written on them. And that's when you know, oh shit, Bruce, this ain't gonna end well for you. So it literally takes, Jason, Dick, and Damian to the fortress, literally the Fortress of Solitude, and puts them in cryo hibernation because he knows if I healed them and let them out, they would just go after Bane, and the next time they would go after Bane, he'd just flat out kill him. So he literally hides them in the Fortress of Solitude. The only, at one place only the most powerful being on the Earth can get into. Although apparently Batman can do that because, it's Batman. And then Batman proceeds to go about trying to take on Bane. Meanwhile, Bane is going after all of the other people he can find that are close to Batman. And that includes Gordon, Selina, a lot of people, including Bronze Tiger. And I love this moment where Jim's talking to Barbara, and you see some of Bane's men coming up behind him. He's like, "Oh man, I dropped my breakfast," and he just takes out his pistol under his shoulder, blam, takes him out. And then you see Bird, who I was like, "Bird, you're alive." If you don't know who Bird is one of Bane's top men. He first appeared in Nightfall, and he's been one of Bane's, I guess you could say, friends. But I was surprised. I thought he died, honestly. But yeah, it's interesting to see Bird again. And Bird's there and someone else. I think that's supposed to be Zombie. I'm not sure. But Gordon looks at these two guys. They're heavily armed, and he's just like, "Okay, who's next?" I'm like, "Yeah, go get him. You're goddamn Gordon, that's why." And then from there, Bane, it's interesting because you don't see a lot of Bane in the first two issues. And there's this brilliant build-up to it where Batman is on top of Wayne Manor, Arkham, and he's there to rescue all the people that Bane has captured, and then you just see a flare light up, and you see Bane's face, and you're like, oh, it's on. And I will say that I'll give this about the art. I know a lot of people are a kind of hater, love him or hate him with David Finch's artwork, and I'm in that ballpark too, because here's the thing. It's kind of like my thing with John Romita Jr. When he's good, he's good in my opinion. He's really good in my opinion. But you rush him, it's really bad. And that's the same thing with David Finch. At least in my opinion. But I will say this. This was not rushed, and I think the best parts with David Finch, and this is where he works the best, same with, you could say, with Phil Jimenez and George Perez, is that he works best when he is doing one of two things. A fight sequence or a page spread. And there are a ton of those in here. And that's where David Finch, I think, really excels, especially when it's the fights between Batman and Bane, especially that final fight between Batman and Bane, where they are just beating the shit out of each other. It is so well paced, and how David Finch brings it to life. You really feel like the force of those punches between Batman and Bane. It really does feel just like, ooh, you can almost feel like the fists coming in contact with one another. From there, and this is the part I really love, where Batman sneaks, he forces Bane to go into Arkham Asylum, lets out everybody, and they all turn on Bane, because Batman promises, look, I'll not only reduce your sentences, but your living conditions in Arkham will be improved. And a lot of them are like, yeah, alright. And I love this moment where Two-Face is like, should we help him, or, what are you going to offer us, Bane, if we help you? And Bane just beats him he just beats him into submission. He's like, pain, I offer you pain. I'm like, yep, this ain't going to end well. And Bane proceeds to beat the shit out of everyone in his path. I'm talking Grundy. Goddamn Grundy he beats down. Scarecrow. Amigalda. I think that's how you say the name. Amigalda. I didn't see Killer Croc. That's because he's on Suicide Squad. Mad Hatter. Almost said Parasite. Man-Bat. Why'd I mix those two up? Everyone is getting their shit kicked in. And I love this moment where it all comes down to Bane and Batman. And I love this moment where Batman is just like, where Bane's like, this is where you die, Batman. And Bruce is just like, yeah, I've heard this before. This is where you die, Batman. You'll never get out alive, Batman. I've heard that every damn day of my life. And you know what? I'm still here. And I'm like, yeah, you fucking go get him, Bruce. I'm sorry, this comic just got me so pumped. And reading it, because someone on YouTube put it all together as a complete story. And reading it together back to back is really, really hits it home. And I love the final scene where and the big thing in here is that it really parallels Batman and Bane, Bruce and Bane's upbringing in their lives. It really hits home of they are the shadow of one another, especially their views towards their mothers, which I think was really brilliant how it was all pieced together in the middle of those fight sequences. And then we come down to the final part of it, and we find out why, and it all culminates here at the end of I Am Bane, of why Batman wants to help Gotham Girl. Because there's this, a lot of people are kind of speculating, maybe with Gotham Girl, you know, with all of her powers, she can finally be the way out and Bruce can have a normal life. You know, doing all of this just so he can have a way out. He can have a victory. And Batman's just like, no. This was just me helping a girl. That's all what it's all been about. She needed help, so I helped her. That's what it's always been about. This isn't about me, you know, doing this just for the sake of glory or victory. I was doing this because a girl needed my help. And I'm like, yep, that's why you're Batman. So, this comic was just epic in my opinion. I really enjoyed this. I will admit that David Finch's artwork does get a little blotchy, but you've seen that a lot in his comics recently. But I will say, when he gets the fight sequences or the big spreads, that's really great. Favorite part is when Bane's like, you know who I am? I am Bane. And Bruce is like, yeah, I know. But you know who I am? I'm Batman. He just cracks his head right into Bane's face and knocks him out. And I'm like, that was stupid, but at the same time, it was goddamn awesome. So yeah, this comic was pretty epic. I really enjoyed it. If you're a Bane fan or just been enjoying Tom King's Batman, this is awesome. It really makes up for I Am Suicide, in my opinion. Minor plot holes here and there, but it was really enjoyable. I highly recommend Batman I Am Bane, but I would really recommend reading everything up to this from I Am Gotham, Monster Men, I Am Suicide, and then get to this. But yeah, so you guys tell me, what did you guys think of Batman I Am Bane? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know. And yeah, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later. Oh, something else I forgot to mention. Just real quick, I forgot to mention this in the review because I really wanted to talk about it. There's a moment where Bronze Tiger's hiding in a apartment. He's hiding out like a hotel room, and there's a football game going, and they're talking about this player who has just been awful this whole season. And they're talking about it, it was like, this Campbell guy, you know, he's a disaster. And there's a moment where one of the commentators goes, no, 0 Year was a disaster. Night of the Monster Men was a disaster. This is a catastrophe. I'm like, man, that is, wow, Tom King, you just like open-hand bitch-slapped Scott Snyder right there with 0 Year. Which is fine, because I didn't really like 0 Year, and if you enjoyed 0 Year, that's totally fine, but I sure as hell didn't. So I got a kick out of that joke, but I was like, oh, damn! Look at you, Tom King, throwing shade! Like, that was an open-hand bitch slap to Scott Snyder. I was like, damn! Anyway, so I just wanted to bring that up, and I just wanted to talk about that moment right there. So, once again, you guys tell me, what did you guys think of I Am Bane? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know. And once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.